Hello everyone, am I audible? Please type in the chat box if I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Okay, let us start. Okay, hello guys, welcome to this second class on logical reasoning where we'll be discussing a very important but very interesting topic called analogy. I'm sure many of you might have already tried solving this type of questions, but today we'll be starting right from the basics and we'll be covering all types of questions from easy to difficult level. Okay. So prior to we start our class, let me introduce myself. I am Manish Mandal. I'm currently associate at Losico, and I have cleared CLAT in the year 2015. Okay. Okay. Let us start. Okay. First of all, let us understand what are the types of questions or what are the types of questions that we might face in exam. Okay. Starting from the easy one, that is the word analogy. Okay. In this type of analogy, certain words will be given. For example, apple, fruit, brinjal. Okay. What does this mean now? Now this means that the relation between apple and fruit is same as this brinjal and the option that we need to click. Okay, so what is the relation between apple and fruit? That apple is a fruit, right? So brinjal is a vegetable. So we have,
Vegetable.
if there is an option called vegetable, we have to mark that. Okay, so these are very easy questions. Okay, so this type of question won't be asked in an exam, so don't expect this type of easy questions. Okay, the second one is alphabet analogy. In these there will be certain alphabets given to us. We have to find out the relation between two alphabets, and then with the help of that logic we have to find out the answer. For example, in this case, the alphabets given to us is A and B. If A is B, then what is Y? Okay, so first of all, we have to find out the relation between A and B. It is A plus 1 is B, and therefore Y plus 1 is Z. Okay, also this is another easy type of question, so this won't be asked in exam. Now we understood what won't be asked in exam, right? This two won't be asked in exam. Now what will be asked in exam? It is the third type, that is numerical analogy. Okay, in this type of analogy, this is the most important part. Let me draw a star here so that all of you understand this is the most important part of analogy. And if a question is asked, it has to be from this type of analogy. Okay, so what is numerical analogy? Now there will be certain numbers given to us. For example, 1, 11. If 1 is 11, then what is 51? Okay, also if here please look at this, that I've mentioned here, that the options are very important. Now as of now, for the introductory part, just understand that options, whenever when we come across this type of questions, it is always advisable that you first of all look at the options and then try to find a relation between these two. Okay, never start with finding the logic first. Always look at the options, what are the options, and after that only look at what could be the logic behind the first part of the question. For example, why, now let us also understand why option is important. See, 1 is 11. Now why, how 1 is 11? It is either plus 10. Okay, it can be either 1 plus 1. Okay, 1 plus 1 means the digits. Okay, we're not adding 1 plus 1 equals to 2. It is 1 plus 1 equals to 11. You can see logic can be anything, right? This is not mathematics. This is not a mathematical class. It is a logic class, right? So we will be using logic and not mathematics here. So 1 plus 1 is 1 and 1, 11. Okay, so using this logic, we can use both the logic, right? Plus 10 or 1 plus 1. Okay, so here if we use plus 10, it will be 61, and if we add this 2, it will be 6. Okay, now the answer depends on the options. If 61 is there in the option, that will be the correct answer. If 6 is given in the option, that will be the correct answer. Both won't be given in the option, so don't worry about that. This is the reason options are very important in numerical analogy. Okay, so now we have understood what kind of questions that can be asked in exam. Now let us understand what kind of analogies are there. Okay, So these are the main types of analogy. The first one is part to whole. Okay, so battery, flashlight. So these two are parts of a cell phone, that is hard drive and computer. Okay, okay, no, let me correct this. So battery is a part of a flashlight, hard drive is a part of a computer. Okay, the second type of analogy can be of cause and effect. For example, fatigue, yawning. So fatigue, this is the result, that is yawning. Itching, the result is scratching. Okay, cause and effect relation, it can be person to situation relation. For example, mother, home, teacher, school. Okay, the fourth type of analogy is synonym, that is similar words. For example, obese is fat, slender, we have to find another similar word, that is thin. Okay, the fifth one is antonym, that is poverty is wealth and sickness is health. Okay, the next one is on the basis of geography: Chicago, Illinois, Denver, Colorado. In Indian terms, it can be Taj Mahal is in Agra and Red Fort is in Delhi. Okay, measurement, it can be on the basis of measurement. For example, pound, kilogram, quarter, liter. Okay, the last one is time: March, spring. March is the time for spring, December is the time for winter. Okay, so these are the main types of analogies. So whenever you find a question on analogy, always first try to find out the relation. What is the relation between the first two parts? Okay, after after you have understood the relationship, and only then try to solve the question. Okay, so these are the main types of analogies that you might face in an exam. Okay, okay, let us start with the first type of analogy. This is the easiest analogy of all, that is word analogy. Okay, so let us start with the first question. The first question is: garage is car, what is hunger? Okay, now here you must understand that if you do not have a strong English vocabulary, then understanding words like hunger will be very difficult for you. So unless and until you understand vocabulary very well, it won't be easy for you to solve this type of question. Okay, so let us understand the first part. Garage, car. We park a car in a garage. That can be a logic, right? So in this sense, we can say that hunger will be a place for parking of something, right? See, let us, if you do not know what is hunger, then let us use elimination here. See, bus, no bus is parked in a bus depot. Bike, no bike stand. Train station, no. So the only thing left is aeroplane. So even if you do not know what is hunger, use elimination to find out the answer, that is B. Okay, okay, this is a hunger for some of you who do not know. The second question is: clock is related to hours. Okay, clock, this is the relation, clock, hours. Clock is related to hours in the same way as thermometer is related to. Okay, before we go into the options, let us first have a look at the first part. Now let us try to find what is the relationship between clock and hours. See, clock, hours. So hours is a unit of clock, right? So thermometer, what does it show? The thermometer shows us temperature. See, this clock is not, clock shows us time, right? But this is not time, this is hour. So it has to be a degree and not thermometer. If this was, clock is related to time in the same as thermometer is related to, then this would have been temperature, because clock shows us time, temperature, thermometer shows us temperature. Hour is a unit of time. We say, no, we say like it's 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. So clock shows us time, so shows us time in an hour. Thermometer shows us temperature in degrees. Okay, not radiation, not energy. Okay, the third is horse foal. Horse foal, what is tiger? So foal is the baby of a horse. Now we have to find out which one is the baby of a tiger. It cannot be a calf. It is the baby of a cow, kitten, cat, duckling, duck. Only option left is cub. So cub is the baby of a tiger. Okay. So this was a very easy level of question. So this won't be asked in your exam, but practice this in very limited amount. For example, practicing 50 question from word knowledge will do the work. Okay. There's no need to practice more question than 50. Okay. So let us practice some question now. I'll be giving you 10 seconds to solve each question. If you know the answer, just write the answer, either the option or the word in the chat box. Okay. So the first option is milk curd. What is water? The options are ice, river, thirst, vapor. You have 10 seconds to know the answer. Write it in the chat box. Okay, Kushpreet has answered it at ice. Aditi has answered as ice. Okay. Okay. So the answer is ice. Very good. Ekta has also got it right. The answer is ice. The second is girl beautiful. What is gold? No, Aditi, it won't be water vapor. Okay. Some of you have answered it at bright, ornament, valuable. Okay.
So, but like from milk, we can make curd using a chemical process. So
Mhm.
from water, we can make ice as well as water vapor.
No, see here. See, this is the liquid form and this is a more dense form, right?
Okay.
Water, the dense form would be ice, not water vapor. Water vapor is more, it's in the gaseous state, so that won't be correct. Is that clear, Aditi?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So many of you have answered this as bright. Some of Aditi has answered this as valuable. Okay. Two of you have answered. So Shreya has answered it at ornament. See, girl and beautiful. What is the relation between these two? See, beautiful is describing the outer side of this girl, not the inside of this girl. Okay. The girl is beautiful from the outside. Okay. That is the relationship. So a gold is from the outside, it is bright. It is not an ornament. So this is not girl and female. If this was girl and female, gold would have been ornament. Could have been ornament. If the girl was like intelligent, then gold would have been valuable. Okay. So beautiful describes the outer side of this gold. So gold will be bright. So bright describes the outer side of this gold. Okay. The next question is, if cheese is milk, what is sugar? The options are sweet, sugarcane, palm tree, syrup. Which Shreya's answered is answered as sugarcane, Ritik sugarcane. Okay, everyone has answered is sugarcane, and that is the right answer. Very good, everyone. This is the next question. If desert is sand, what is sea? The options are water, tide, fish, ship. Okay, Kushpreet, water. Everyone's answer is water. The desert is made of sand. A sea is made up of water. Very good. The next question is, if beautiful is ugly, what is healthy? The options are sick, weak, strong, fat. Okay. Every one of you have answered it as sick. That is the correct answer. Very good. No, Ekta, it won't be weak. Healthy. See, healthy, it's talking about the opposite, right? Beautiful and ugly are opposite to each other. So healthy, the opposite of healthy is sick and not weak. If this was strong, then it would have been these two are opposite each other. Okay, these two. This weak and strong are opposite each other, and healthy and sick are opposite each other. Always, whenever you come across this type of question, always try to find out the exact relationship between two parts, okay, and not the remote ones. Exact opposite. For example, milk, solid state; curd, solid state; water, solid state. It has the option as to be solid state. Girl, beautiful, outer side of a girl; gold, outer side of a gold. Okay. Cheese, source milk; sugar, source sugarcane. Okay. Desert, made up of sand; sea, made up of water. Beautiful, ugly opposite; healthy, sick opposite. Okay. Moving on to the next type of questions, that is alphabet analogy. Okay. Okay. Our first question is, if B is Y, what is A? See, B is the second letter of the English alphabet. Y is the second last letter of the English alphabet. A is the first letter of the English alphabet, and therefore Z is the last letter of the English alphabet. A very easy one. Now let us solve a medium type of question. If A is G, okay, if A is G, now if AG is IO, what is EK? So first of all, you have to find out how this AG became IO, and only using that logic, we'll find out what will this EK become. Okay. Now see, A is the first letter of the English alphabet, right? G is the seventh letter of the English alphabet. Okay. A is the first letter and G is the second letter of the English alphabet. I is the ninth letter of the English alphabet, and O is the 15th letter of the English alphabet. Okay. So let us find a relation between these two. See, 1 plus 8 is 9, and 7 plus 8 is 15. So we can see that from each letter, we are adding 8, right? So so let us use this logic in this part. So E is the fifth letter, K is the 11th letter. So let us add 8 in both. So 5 plus 8 is 13, 13 is M, 11 plus 8 is 19, 19 is S. So the right answer is B. 8 has got it correct. Very good. Okay. The third one is, if capital D, small d, and small a is small a, capital D, then what is capital R, small b? Okay. Now, first of all, let us find the relation between these two. The capital D has become small a. Okay. This D has become D, and this okay. So the first small capital has become small, and the later small has become the capitals. Okay. So first capital will become small. See, the only small is this. Okay. The only small is this. Okay. It is RBR. Okay. So using this logic, RBR would be the answer, right? But we'll look here. See, this A was at the last, right? Just come at the front. Using this logic, this B would come at the front, and it would be a small letter. So B small letter is D. So B won't be the answer. The answer will be D. Understand the logic? Okay. So these are some of the practice questions. Okay. The first question is if EHGI is LONG, then what is this in relation to ORQS. Okay. You have 15 seconds to solve this question. Yes, let's solve it now. You have 15 seconds to solve this question. No, Ekta, the options are correct. The options are correct. Okay, let us solve this question. The E is the fifth letter of the English alphabet, right? H is the eighth letter of the English alphabet. G is the seventh letter, and I is the ninth letter. So to find out how this is related to this, right? How EHGI is related to LONG. Okay. So we'll number them first. So we have got F879. Okay. Then L is 12, 15, 14, and 16. Okay. So we have to find out how is this related to this. See, 5 plus 7 is 12. 8 plus 7 is 15, 7 plus 7 is 14, 9 plus 7 is 16. So we are seeing here that we are adding 7 with every letter, right? So we have to add O plus 7. So O is the 15th letter. So we'll add 7. So O is the 15th letter. R is the 18th letter. Okay. 18th letter, 17th letter, 19. So look at here. From in this side, in the left hand side, we're adding plus 7, right? But this is in the right hand side, right? So we have to minus 7 and not add 7. Understood? So this is in the right hand side. So here we were adding 7 to get this in the right hand side, but this is already in the right hand side. So we have to minus 7 in order to get the answer. O is 15, minus 7 is 8. So it is 8 is H. Okay. R is 18, minus 7 is 11, 11 is K. Okay, so this two, so one of this two will be the answer, right? So Q is 17, 17 minus 7 is 10, 10 is J. Okay, so we've got our answer, HKJL. Ekta has got it correct, very good. Let us also do this, S is 17, so 12, 12 is L. Okay, so HKJL is the right answer. Okay, let's solve this. You have 10 seconds. If you know the answer, please write it in the chat box. Okay, Kushpreet and Kushpreet. Okay, N-O-I-T. Okay, you are missing an A, Kushpreet. It will be N-O-I-T-A-C-U-D-E. See the opposite. So this T is here, E is here. So we're writing alphabet in the reverse, right? You have to write education in reverse now to get the answer. So we'll get N-O-I-T-A-C-U-D-E. Ekta has got it correct. Kushpreet has got it correct. You are only missing A here. Okay, please solve this question. You have 10 seconds. If you know the answer, that is in the chat box. This is a little difficult level question, okay? Okay, so Ekta has answered it as CVXO. Very good, that is the right answer. Okay, let us understand the logic here. See, H, G and H, we have to find the relation between G and H, U and Z, L and B, F and S. See, G plus 1 is H, right? U, this U, how this becomes Z? U plus 5 is Z, right? L plus L plus 9 is B, and F plus 13 is S. So you have to use these numbers to add up with these numbers in order to get the answer. Okay. Many of you have already got the answer. Ekta, Kushpreet, and Shreya has got the answer. Correct. Okay, so using this logic, the answer will be S plus 1 is T. We have only one T here, so there's no need to solve the complete answer. We already know that there's only one T, and there is no option called none of the above, so this has to be the answer. So the answer is T. Okay, let us start with the most important type of analogy we have is numerical analogy. Okay, let us solve the first question. If C is 216, then what is 8? We have to find the relation between 6 and 216. Only then we'll be able to find out what will be the correct answer. See, if you guys see, it is very important in order to solve this type of question that you know the square root table and cube table. The square root table till 15 and cube table till 15. Okay, minimum till 15 you have to remember in order to solve this type of question, that is analogy, numerical analogy. And also these are very important in order to solve quantitative aptitude questions. So please memorize the table of square root and cube root till 15 minimum. You can go up to 32, but till 15, please remember the table. Okay. See, the cube of 6 is 26. The cube of 8 is 512. So 512 is the right answer. Ritik, no, it is not 26. You have to find out the cube, right? So 6 cube, this will be 8 cube. Okay, it is 2, 520, 512. Yes, Kushpreet has got correct. Okay. The second one is, if 7 is 84, what is 15? Okay. So we have to find out the relationship between 7 and 84, and then we have to find out the relationship between 15 and the answer, right? So what is this 7? Let us understand this. See, 7, if you add it, it is 7 or 4, 67, right? So 7 plus 67 is 84, 15 plus 67, that is not in the option, right? So that cannot be the logic. What can be the other logic? Can you multiply 7 with anything in order to get 84? Let us see if 84 is divisible by 7. Yes, 84 is divisible by 7. 7 12 is 84, right? So can you write this as 1 is to 12, right? 7 12 is 24. So 1 is to 12. So if you use this logic, 1 is to 12, then 150 multiplied by 12 is 180. That is in the option. So that will be the right answer. Yes, Kushpreet has got it correct. Very good. Okay. Our next question is, 21 is to 28. What is 48? To find out this missing part here. So 21, the both are, so what is the logic here? 21 plus 7 is 28. So if you must subtract this, 41 minus 7 is 41. It is not in the option. We have 42 in the option, but not 41. So that cannot be the logic. See, both these two are divisible by 7. It is 3 is to 4. So if we use the same ratio here, 3 is to 4, if this is 4, then this has to be 36, right? See, 12 3 is a 36, 12 4 is a 48. Okay. No, Ekta, it won't be 40. Ritik has got it correct. Very good.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Krishna.
Sir, please explain the logic again.
Okay. See, first of all, we tried to use the logic of adding, right? 21 plus 7, 28. There has to be some logic between these two numbers, right? So we use the logic as which we added 7 here. We also tried adding 7 here, right? So in order to get this answer, we have to subtract 7 from 48. The answer is 41. That is not in the option with 42 and not 41. So use the logic that both these two are divisible by 7, right? So we divide it by 7. 3 is to 4. Okay. That is 7 3 is a 21. 7 4 is a 28. Okay. Using the same logic, 4 is to 3 is to 4. Okay. So if we divide 48 by 4, we get 12. So 12 multiplied 3 is 36. Is that clear, Kushpreet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys, this is the table. If you do not if you haven't remembered this table yet, please do so. In exam, there will be like 2 to 3 questions from analogy. So for this 3 question, do not draw a complete table. Just memorize this prior to the exam, so that you save around a minute or two in the exam. Okay, don't waste your time in drawing this table. Okay, so now let us again understand, with the help of certain questions, why options are important in analogy. Okay, in the first slide also we discussed why options are important. Now we'll understand the importance of the options in numerical analogy with the help of certain questions. Okay, the first question is, 119 is 10. 119 is 10. What is 476? Okay, can anyone answer me this question? Please try. I'm giving you 1 minute. If none of you could solve this question, then I'll be explaining you this. Let's take 1 minute to solve this question. This is a difficult level question, okay, but I want all of you to try once. Okay, Khushpreet and Ekta has got it correct. Can one of you please explain me the logic, like what logic you use to solve this question? Just explain me the logic. One of you, Khushpreet or Ekta.
सर लास्ट वाला 9 और 1 उनको प्लस किया और 10 तो उसको 1 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 10 बन गया और जब हम 7 और 6 को प्लस करेंगे वो 13 into 4 52 that is in options.
Okay, very good. What about you, Ekta? What logic you use to solve this? Same or some other logic? Okay, I think I'm not audible to you. Okay, let us understand the logic. Okay, see, we have to find out the logic how this 111 became 10. Only using that logic, we'll find out the answer. See, 119. See, there will be number of. We have to first of all try number of possibilities. Okay, number of logic. For example, the first logic is, what if we add this all? For example, 1 plus 1 plus 9. Okay, so 1 plus 1 plus 9, okay, is 11. Okay, and 11 minus 1 is 10. Okay, so we have got 119 and 10. Okay, using, if we use this logic in the right hand side, then the answer would be 4 plus 7 plus 6. Okay, it is 4 plus 7 plus 6. Okay, 4 plus 7 plus 6 is 17, right? So 17 minus 1, we have subtracted 1 from this, right? So we have to also subtract from this is 18 or 16, but we have 15 in the option and not 16. So if this would have been in the option, then this would have been the correct answer, but this is not in the option, so this won't be the correct answer, right? The second logic that we can use here is 1 plus 1 multiplied by 9. Okay, so 1 plus 9 is 10, right? So 119 we have got here, 119, and with the help of this we have got 10. So using the same logic in the right hand side, what we'll do is 4 plus 7 into 6, right? What we get here, 7 to 6 is 42, 42 plus 4 is 46, right? See, we have 45 here as an option, but not 46. If 46 was in the option, that would have been the correct option, but it is not in the option, so this is not the correct one. See, these are two possibilities, right? See, both these two could have been the right answer. Okay, both these two could have been the right answer, but as these are not in the option, these cannot be the right answer. Now the third one, the third way to get 10 from 119 is 1 into 1 plus 9. Okay, and that side 4. See, 1 into 1 plus 9 is 10 into 1 is 10, right? So we have got 10 here, and in the right hand side 4 into, see, in the second one we added, right, 1 plus 1 into 9, 1 into 1 into 1 plus 9, we have got 46, but that is not the option, so we have eliminated this. Now what I've done is, instead of addition we have used subtraction here. It is 1 multiply, and here in the place of multiplication we are using addition. That is, we have just replaced addition, multiplication with addition, and here also we have replaced multiplication with addition. Okay, that is the only difference here. So by using this we are getting 10. Here also 4 into 7 plus 6. Okay, see, multiplication and then addition, right? So using this we get, see, 7 multiplied 6 is, okay, so multiply 6 is 3, 3, okay, 13. multiply 4 is 52. Is that in the option? Yes, that is in the option. So this is the correct option. So in exam, they will be, see, the answer is not certain. Okay, why this is the, see, this two could have been the right answer too. The 16 and 46 could have been the right answer too, if this should have been the this should have been in the option, but this is not in the option. So we have eliminated this two. This is the right answer because it is in the option. Okay, and therefore options are very important in numerical analogy. You cannot say which one is the correct answer unless and until you look at the options. Okay. Okay, let me erase this and we'll move on to the next question. Okay, so this was the logic. If some of you didn't understand this was the logic. Okay. Now let us practice some of numerical analogy questions. This is the first question. You have 20 seconds to solve this. Please solve this. If you get the answer, write in the chat box. Okay, so all of you have answered this as 36. That is the right answer. This was a very easy question. Let us solve this. If 27 is 125, what is 64? Let's solve this. If you know the answer, write it in the chat box. Again, let me remind everyone that if you haven't memorized the table for cube root and square root up to 15, please do so immediately. That will help you both in logical reasoning and quantitative aptitude. Kushpreet has answered this as 216. Okay, very good. 216 is the answer. Okay, let us understand the logic here. See, 27, if you know the table of cubes, 27 is nothing but 3 cube. 125 is nothing but cube root of 55. And 64 is the cube root of 4. Using logic, we have 3, 5, 4, and then using this logic should be 6 cube, and 6 cube is 216. Okay. Okay, please solve this. Yes, that 216 is the answer. Very good. Please solve this. Okay, Kushpreet has answered this as 1699. Option D. Kushpreet, can you tell me the logic behind it? How did you get the option as D? Okay, you're making a guess. See, guessing won't work here. Okay, you have to find out why this, how this 32 can become 216. Okay, this is a small, like this is a small digit, right? 32, and this is a big digit, right? 216. So obviously, by adding this, it would be by either adding this, adding something with this 32, or it will be either by multiplying this 32 with something, right? In order to get this 216. So you have to get a crisp logic, an exact logic in order to find out the answer. Okay, Ekta has answered this as 3475. Ekta, can you tell me why this is the correct answer? Please write in the chat box if you have got any logic behind B being the answer. Can any one of you tell me what is the relationship between this 32 and 216? How this 32 can become 216?
So multiple of 8.
Multiple of 8. Can you explain how multiple of 8? Please explain. Multiple of 8, you mean this is 4, right? And this is 216. So 160, because it in 3 into 7. 3, 4, 3 into 7, 21.
27.
Okay, you're saying this is 27. Okay, so you were using the logic as 4 to 27 then, right? So, so 4 to 27. No, that is not the logic here. Ekta, I didn't understand your what you have
Sir,
written. 4 into 7 equals to 21. What is this?
sir, it may
When,
be 3 to 6. 3 into 2 is equals to 6, and then we have to cube 6.
okay, you are saying 3 into 2 is 6. Okay, and then you are cubiting 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, this can be a logic, right? See, 3 into 2, we are using these 3 and 2 from here only. We are multiplying this 2, we are getting 6. And from whatever we are getting this, we are just cubiting it. So if you use this logic, let us use this logic in the right hand side, okay? So 5 into 3 is 15. Now 15 cube is 337, right? So 337 is the right answer. This is 15 cube. 5 into 3 is 15. 15 cube is 3375. So guys, this is the reason I told you to memorize the table till 15, minimum till 15. You can go further till 20 or 30, but till 15 is mandatory. Okay, it will be beneficial for you to solve questions from both logical reasoning and quantitative aptitude. Okay, so the answer to this question is 3375. That is the cube root of 15. Okay, please solve this question. I think this is the last question for today's class. Do not in exam, do not use any wild guess. Okay, do not use any wild guess. Okay, there is also negative mark in exam, so rather than getting a single mark, you will lose 0.25 mark. So never do that unless and until you get a accurate logic behind this question, behind the question. Do not attempt this type of questions, and do not spend more than 40 seconds to solve the question and logic. 40 seconds is the maximum time. Okay, never ever take more than 40 seconds to solve a question in analogy.
Sir, is the answer C, 136?
Reversing, the answer is 136. What logic did you use? Can you tell me?
So basically, first of all, I tried doing this 175 and 25. So 25 sevens are 175, but then 17 sevens is 119, not 118. So then I went the other way. I did 2 plus 5 is 7, right? So here also 25 7 times is 175. Then I did 7 plus 1, that is 7 is equal to 8. So 8 times 17. So the addition of the first number is the number of times it has to be multiplied.
Okay. So if I'm not wrong, you are saying see two. So this two plus five, right? You are saying two plus five.
2 plus 5 is 7. So 7 times
25
25.
into 7. Okay. So 25 into 7 is 175. Using this logic in the right hand side, this is 1 plus 7 is 17 into 8,
8.
and 17 into 8 is
136.
136. Yes, this is the right logic, and C is the right option. Okay. Kushpreet and Ritik have got it correct. Very good, guys. Okay, guys, this was the last question for today's class. I hope all of you enjoyed today's class and have understood the questions on logical reasoning of all the three types, that is word analogy, alphabet analogy, and the most important part, numerical analogy. Okay. Let us we have 3 minutes. It's 5:27. Let us revise today's class. Okay. In starting, we understood the three types of analogy: word analogy, alphabet analogy, and numerical analogy. We understood why in numerical analogy options are very important. That is, the answer, the logic you use in the question will be based on the options. Okay. We also understood the types of analogy, what kind of analogy may be given in an exam. Okay. We solved many questions on word analogy. We also understood the importance of having a good vocabulary. Okay, we practiced many questions. We understood what kind of logic to use. Same state, right? Solid state, and not water vapor. It gaseous state. Outer side of a girl, outer side of a gold. Cheese, milk. Cheese is made from milk. Sugar is made from sugar cane. Desert is made of sand. Sea is made of water. Okay. Opposite. So healthy has to be opposite and not strong. We solved many questions on alphabet analogy. We understood the importance of learning the alphabet table, the serial number, right, and so on. Okay. Please memorize this table. It won't take each day. Just memorize this table for us for a minute. It will stay till the time of exam. Okay. We practice certain questions. Okay. And then we learned about numerical analogy. Okay. It can be either, so we also understood the importance of learning the cube roots and the square roots till table 15. We understood how ratio can be used, like 1:12, 1:12, right? We then understood why the options are important in methodology with the help of a question, right? There can be three probable answers, right? The one present in the option will be the correct one, but all the other two can also be the correct option provided they are in the options. We practice certain questions. We also understood the importance of learning the table of square root and cube root. Okay, and that was today's class. Okay, if any one of you have any doubt, please let me know in the next 10 seconds, and then we'll conclude.
So are you on the Project Maverick WhatsApp group?
Yes, Aditya, I am.
Thank you
Okay,
so
guys. Okay, guys. Thank you for attending today's class. I will meet you guys again on next Thursday. Till then, take care and practice hard.